fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. And the Falcons will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Toledo's offense will have the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Second down coming up. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Gleason. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rudolph. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Rockets are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Rudolph. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it. You practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Wants to throw. It's Gleason. Touchdown, Toledo! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Falcons' offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game.
Oh, he's got some space. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll go to the ground. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the ground, he's got it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
On the run, it's McMillan. On the move is the 30. Inside the 20 and out of bounds, and the 19 on the big run.
And third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on third down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Muscling ahead on third and short. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Pine. Under fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's third and goal and third and long. The snap sets up the throw. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
After that incompletion, it's now fourth and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They'll run the screen. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Rockets come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. It's a draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rockets will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for a man. It's Pine. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. Catch in the middle. It's McMillan. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The defense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hogan. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hogan.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Looking down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Rockets will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Pine. Fires left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's McMillan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Middleton. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch, it's McMillan. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is good. That brings them to within 1.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Caught in the backfield, it's Traynham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. A little screen to the running back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Rudolph. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Caught near the sticks. It's Traynham. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to blow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All
right? This offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throw.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back to throw, it's Gleason. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rockets.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! Touchdown, Bowling Green! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Dropping back, it's Pine. Gets it to him on the screen. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And those those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And the Rockets lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Back to pass, it's Gleason. Got it set up on the outside. Nice move to keep running. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Toledo! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So an 82-yard drive there, and what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Pine. Tight end finds a soft spot. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Falcons with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's McMillan. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Falcons come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He leaves it with his back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy. but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let him get behind him, and they knock the football to the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Garcia.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.